Hey everyone, it's Matthew here with the NOLAnerdcast at Wizard World New Orleans Comic Con, here with a very unique artist. You've seen us talk to artists before, but this is a little different. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So what can you tell us? It's Ariane, right?
Yes.
From Holland.
From Holland,
That is
yes.
quite a trip to come to New Orleans. Like, what made you want to come to Wizard World in New Orleans?
Right. Well, we're from Holland and my wife is French. So we figured if we want to go to America at some point, we should at least visit New Orleans.
It is a good starting point.
Right. Also because of the culture, the music culture, the food culture, and we have friends here. So
Yes.
we figured, all right, let's just take New Orleans as the first one.
Nice. And how are you enjoying your stay so far?
It's wonderful. It's been great. Everything lived up to its expectations. Really, food, music,
Awesome.
the city.
It's actually colder than it ever is.
Yeah, that's the only thing missing
Not
here.
prepared
It's
for that.
yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, your booth is very easy to catch your eye because you do everything in stained glass. And how did that even come about? Tell us how you started in on this.
All right. I was living in Normandy, France, and that was the first time I actually had a physical space to get started on it. I wanted to do this since high school. Never knew how. Never got the chance to do so. And in Normandy, we were, well, a bit secluded. We didn't have any neighbors, no one around. And that's where I started creating the first pieces, like the Mario iconic ones. And suddenly they sold, like instantly. So I made more and more and more, and that led up to the first Christmas, which I think brought the first 100 customers in a month. So.
I imagine you could make like some really awesome ornaments for Christmas trees.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you like run the gauntlet of nerd stuff. Like you see Batman, you've got Pokemon over there, but it seems your focus is Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because you've got a lot of Mario, a lot of Zelda.
I do.
This sucker right here is beautiful.
Thank you.
And Metroid, Pokemon. So what do you choose what you want to do, or do you take commissions from people?
Yeah, it's both. But I guess I'm more Nintendo focused. I'm a huge Nintendo nerd.
It's a good thing to be.
I guess so. And well, it's because of their designs. I mean, they developed it so well. It really captures well in glass.
Yeah.
So that's
They're always
basically
very colorful.
yes, and clean. They're clean designs. But yeah, I'm pretty much commission driven, so it's like anything that gets asked, I gotta make. So.
Well, why don't you tell people the story behind this one?
All right.
Because this is a print of what you had.
Yes.
And I was very sad I missed out on that one. But
All right.
tell the story of Mega Man.
It's a Mega Man. It's this size.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I guess, and I raffled it because in the end no one actually bought it. It ran a pretty steep price and there was a lot of interest, but then just every time it just didn't get sold. So I raffled it. I miss it dearly because I think it's one of my best so far. And it was the first one. It was an experiment just to see how far I can go, how big a piece can become before it gets fragile or dangerous. And this was my first step.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, walk us through the process. Like, say something like this, which is a little more intricate, versus something like the Boo or something like that. How long does one of these pieces take?
All right. Well, it depends on the amount of pieces I have to shape. So let's take this one. It has like well, maybe 10 to 12 fragments in it. And I just lay the glass over it, and because the glass is transparent, I can see the lines, I can see the design. And with a cutter, just like a pen, instead of a felt tip, it has a little wheel in it.
Oh.
And I just scratch the surface like this, and then I get the glass, and it snaps, it breaks.
Oh.
And it doesn't really give a clean break, so I have to use a grinder to really give it a 90 degrees angle, and maybe also to smoothen out the curves, which are hard to cut.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, how many do you think you can create at a time? Like, this is not something you can mass produce.
No, I can't. But I guess a piece like this, I could maybe do 3 in a day, maybe 4.
Wow, that's
even.
actually more than I thought. Okay. Now, how long did something like the Mega Man or say the Zelda Triforce one take?
Well, this took the majority of 1 week. And
Okay.
I work like 10-hour days.
Wow.
So
okay.
yeah, and just one day of a weekend. So let's say this might be 60 hours, maybe less.
But I mean, it shows in the quality, and
I guess
mean,
it does,
and
yeah.
they're not cheap, but they're not cheaply made either. So you get what you pay for. Like I got your
really hope
final
so.
Triforce one.
Yeah.
Very excited to hang that up. It looks
cool.
amazing, and so thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for buying it. Really.
Do you have somewhere where people can follow you and contact you?
Yes, actually you can find me on Instagram and on Facebook. So if you look up Stained Glass Geek, it would be Stained Glass Geek with underscores for Instagram and without for Facebook.
Awesome.
And yeah, that's where people can find me.
Now we like to end our interviews on a very random question.
All right.
So you're gonna get 2 of them because
Okay,
you're an
cool.
international guest, and we don't know when we'll see you again.
All right.
So in your heart of hearts, what wins, cake or pie?
Bye. Definitely.
That is the correct answer. Oh man. Okay, now you're 1 for 1.
All
Can
right.
you go 2 for 2? When you cut your sandwiches,
Yeah.
do you cut them diagonal or horizontal?
Diagonal.
Boom! I knew I liked you.
There we go.
This is now you should give him all your money. Just frequent his shop and just commission everything because he is clearly a person of good character.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Is there
right.
anything you want to end with?
No, well, I'm enjoying myself very much here. I hope to be back here next year again.
We would love that.
I guess we just have to make it happen, right?
Awesome. It's wonderful to meet you.
Nice to meet
Have a
you.
great day.
Thank you.
Check him out. Buy his stuff. It's all amazing.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you. That was awesome. This stuff is so